Oh, no. We've been through this before. Don't even think about it. You'll risk getting sick, too.
We understand your concern. Really. But Traveler is usually so tough and serious about her missions. So seeing them like this, sweet and vulnerable, it's really endearing.
Don't blush like that! But he's right. Traveler-chan was so delirious yesterday they asked me for cuddles! You have to let me in there!
You pretty much just gave me a reason not to.
They're acting like a little kid. It's really wild to watch. They usually don't like the kinds of games I want to play. But now they do. So either you step aside, or I make you.
You can't fight all of us.
Zenitsu and Nosuke, stand down! I'm sorry, Aoi. I swear we're not looking for a fight. We just really want to see Traveler. Please? Please?
What about you?
Inosuke, say please!
Oh, please.
Ah, all right. But don't linger. Traveler needs to rest. And don't you two go riling them up. If I hear too much noise, I'm kicking you out.
Who? Me?
You think she means Ponjiro? She's talking about us. And it's fine. We'll be peaceful and all that. Don't worry about us, Pigtails.
When it's you, I'm always worried.
Thanks.
That's not a compliment.
All right, everyone keep it down. Traveler might be napping.
Right. Lips are sealed.
Tanjiro? Is that you? Yeah, it's me. How are you feeling? Tanjiro, come hold my hand.
What? Wait, no! I'll hold your hand, Traveler-chan!
Wait your turn, you creep. You'll have your chance. Tanjiro? Of course. I'm right here. What's wrong? Had a bad dream. Oh no.
A bad dream? Let go of me, you great lummox!
Do you want to talk about it? Just want a hug.
A hug?
I'm happy to. Here. Thank you. Anytime. Your face still feels warm. But at least it seems like your fever has dropped a little since yesterday. Really? Yeah.
Traveler-chan, I'll stay with you all night if you ask. I'll chase those pesky bad dreams away.
How are you going to do that when the nightmares are inside their head?
I can sing you a lullaby.
No, they won't like that. Your voice is too annoying.
Excuse you? I happen to have perfect pitch.
Mitsu, come here.
I'm right here, Traveler-chan. What do you need? I'm at your beck and call.
Come closer.
Closer? You want a hug from me too?
Oh. Wanna give you something.
Give me something? Like a present?
Hold still.
Huh? Are you petting my hair?
Traveler, why are you tying a ribbon in Zenitsu's hair? In my dream, the ribbons protected you. I'm putting one in, so everyone else will know you're important to me, and that I'm always thinking of you.
What? Traveler-chan, that's so cute! I'm having heart attacks!
You mean a heart attack?
No! There's at least 4 happening at once right now!
You'll be okay, Nitsu. The ribbon and my affection will keep you safe.
Tanjiro, can I speak with you for a moment?
Now?
Tanjiro, I don't know what to do. I feel despicable. I can't bear to see Traveler-chan in poor health. But they're so cute when they're sick that I can't help but want this to last a little longer. I'm weak! Total scum! Tell Aoi to punish me! I'm enjoying this too much!
You're not scum, Zenitsu. I understand. Seeing another side to someone that's usually hidden is enticing. It doesn't make you a bad person to feel that way. I like seeing Traveler open up like this too. I just wish that sickness didn't have to be the catalyst. Tanjiro? Nitsu?
Oh, we're right here, Traveler-chan! We never left your side!
Good. Nosuke would have protected me if you did, though. So it's fine.
I would.
You're so strong, Nosuke. Feels so safe with you here.
Apparently, even you get an ego stroke out of this.
Can I get you anything? Are you hungry? Or cold? Well,
Rile.
Huh? Nosuke?
What are you doing pawing at Traveler-chan's blanket? I'm riling them up. Pigtails told us not to, so I really want to do it now. Rile.
You truly don't have any idea how stupid you sound sometimes, do you?
I could ask you the same thing about how whiny you are all the time.
No, I'm completely aware of that.
It's only stupid if it didn't work. It worked, didn't it?
Yes, I'm so very riled. Whatever will Aoi say? So, Traveler, what was it you were asking me before? Oh, was gonna ask you to read me a story. Oh, sure, of course I will.
That's fine, but I'm warning you, it better be a more suitable one than yesterday. In a bamboo grove? Seriously, Tanjiro? It's like you're trying to give Traveler-chan nightmares.
I'm sorry. I thought it was a really good lesson on how everyone interprets the same event differently.
I thought it was confusing. A bunch of different people found that guy's body, but nobody gave me a straight answer on what actually happened.
Well, that's the point of the story, Inosuke. Everyone lied a little bit about what unfolded, but their stories were also different because they have different perspectives and emotions.
Either way, no more stories about bandits and dead bodies. Traveler-chan is sick and deserves to only have pleasant dreams tonight.
You're right. Well, then, how about a story about a dragon? A dragon? I'll take that as a yes. Okay, I'll start. I'll grab the book. In old days, when I was quite young, in Nara, there lived a priest called Kuroda Tokugyo, nicknamed Hanazo, who had an extraordinarily large nose. The tip of his nose shone frightfully crimson all the year round, as if it had been stung by a wasp. On a certain night, Hanazo, the priest, came alone to the pond of Sarasawa, without the company of his disciples, and set up on the bank in front of the Weeping Willow a notice board which said in bold characters, "On March 3rd, a dragon shall ascend from this pond." But, as a matter of fact, he didn't know whether or not a dragon really lived in the pond of Sarasawa, and needless to say, the dragon's ascension to heaven on March 3rd was a black lie. The reason why he made such needless mischief is that he was displeased with the priests of Nara, who were habitually making fun of his nose, and he planned to play a trick on them and laugh at them to his heart's content.
So there's not really gonna be a dragon? He's just telling people there is?
That's right.
Damn. I thought there'd be a real dragon in this story.
Well, the story's not over yet. Wait and see. Where was I? The next day, the first to find the notice board was an old woman who came to worship Buddha in the Kofuku temple every morning. But since she could not read any of the characters, she was about to pass it by, when she fortunately met a robed priest coming from the opposite direction. and she had him read it for her. On March 3rd, a dragon shall ascend from this pond. The old woman, who had always been convinced that a priest never lied, was astounded out of her wits, and said, I see. Now that you mention it, the color of the water over there does look suspicious. Had it not been for the people about him, the priest would have split his sides with laughter. This was only natural, for the priest was none other than the author of the notice board. After giving a sniff with his red nose, he slowly went back to the Kofuku temple, where by chance he met the priest called Emon. You are up unusually early today, Emon said, furrowing his dark, thick, stubborn brow. The weather may change. The weather may really change, Hanazo readily replied with a knowing look. I'm told that a dragon will ascend to heaven from the Sarasawa pond on March 3rd. Hearing this, Emon glared dubiously at him. Is there any positive proof that a dragon will ascend to heaven? Thereupon Hanazo pointed towards the pond, and replied, If you doubt my remark, you ought to see the notice board in front of the Weeping Willow. Even that first morning, the notice board became the talk of the whole town of Nara. Even those who asserted that the prophecy was a hoax started to waver between belief and doubt, and began to think that such an event might possibly occur. Just then, an unexpected wonder took place. Less than 10 days later, the 9-year-old daughter of a certain Shinto priest was drowsing, with her head in her mother's lap, when a black dragon fell like a cloud from heaven, and said in human speech, At last I am to ascend to heaven on March 3rd, but rest at ease, since I expect to cause no trouble to you townspeople. The moment she woke up, she told her mother about the dream. The talk that the little girl had dreamt of the dragon in the pond caused great sensation in the town. The story was exaggerated in one way and another. A child possessed of a dragon wrote a poem. A dragon appeared to such and such a shrine priest in a dream and gave him a divine revelation. Those dumb people believed that little girl's dream. This sounds like a kid's story. What happened next? Time went on, and the 3rd of March grew nearer. 4 days before, to Hanazo's great astonishment, his aunt came up all the long way to Nara, saying that she wanted to see the dragon's ascension. He was quite embarrassed, and resorted to frightening and coaxing her to persuade her to go back home. But she refused, saying, I'm very old. If I can have a glimpse of the Dragon King and worship him, I shall be happy to die. He could not now confess that out of mischief he himself had put up the notice board. Days passed by, and at last came the 3rd of March. Looking out from the top of the stone steps, he saw, as far as the eye could reach, a sea of people, stretching in all directions to the end of the thoroughfare. His aunt chattered, Indeed, the view of the pond where the Dragon King lives is exquisite. Since such big crowds have turned out, the Dragon God will be sure to appear, won't he? Hanazo felt that the trick had overreached itself. The sea of people spread wider and wider. As time went on, the ox carts became so numerous that in some places their axles jostled one another. It may well be imagined from the preceding amount how miserable Hanazo felt at the sight. But then a strange thing happened, for Hanazo began to feel in his heart that a dragon was really likely to ascend. Nearly half a day had gone since Hanazo arrived. Then, a streak of cloud like the smoke of a joss stick trailed in mid-air. Suddenly, it grew larger and larger, and the sky, which had been bright and clear, became dusky. At that moment, a gust of wind swept down over the pond and ruffled the glassy surface of the water into innumerable waves. Then, in the twinkling of an eye, white rain came down in torrents before the spectators, prepared as they were, had time to scurry helter-skelter. Furthermore, terrific claps of thunder suddenly pealed, and flashes of lightning flew past one another like wefts of fabric. Then, hooked hands seemed to tear apart a cluster of clouds, and in the excess of their force, they raised a spout of water over the pond. At that instant, Hanazo's eyes caught a blurred vision of a black dragon, more than 100 feet long,
ascending straight into the sky, with its golden talons flashing. But this happened in a twinkling. Eventually, the torrential rain stopped, and a blue sky began to peep through the clouds. Was the figure of the dragon which he had just seen an illusion? He turned to his aunt and asked timidly, "Did you see the dragon?" In a trembling voice she answered, "Surely I did." So probably it was not only the eyes of Hanazo who saw the dragon. Yes, later it was said that most of the people who had been there had seen the black dragon ascending to heaven. Later Hanazo confessed that the notice board had been his own mischievous idea. But I am told none of his fellow priests, not even Iman, believed his confession. Now, did his notice board hit the mark, or did it miss? Ask Hanazo, the big-nosed, and probably he himself will be unable to reply to this question. So I'm supposed to believe he guessed the dragon's appearance completely by accident? No. I think the story is meant to show us that people see what they want to see. Especially when lots of other people believe it too. I think the storm tricked their eyes. But because they believed something was going to happen, their minds told them that's what they were seeing. So, there was no dragon? People just convinced themselves there was? I think so. That nose was a metaphor for Hanazo's lies, right? That's right. Good catch, Zenitsu. Did you like the story, Traveler? Are you tired now? Would you like to go back to sleep? I'll tuck you in.
Thanks, Nosuke.
When Aoi goes to sleep, I can come back, Traveler-chan. And we can cuddle like we did the other night. Right?
Okay, Nitsu.
Still delirious enough to agree to that, huh?
Shut up! Don't ruin this for me!
Can't we all cuddle now?
Now? All?
Is that okay, Tanjiro? I'm cold. Yeah.
But I'm not tired yet. Suit yourself!
More room for me!
Zenitsu, don't suffocate them!
I want to lay in your lap, Traveler-chan.
Hey, make room! I thought you said you weren't napping! Changed my mind! Move! Hey! I bet I'm warmer than you are. I'll just join when everyone else is comfortable.
There's room for you here.
Oh, all right. Is this okay?
Aw.
Cute.
Good night, you guys.
Night.
Good night.
Sweet dreams, Traveler. The end. Out my voice. Ugh.